Hello, family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, depending on the time you are watching this video. I am taking a walk in nature today. I hope you are all well. Oh, hello. I hope you are all well. It's a nice day today where I am. It's summertime. The grass is green and the trees, just look at them. Right. You know, the winds of change have been blowing. And it is when you start hearing the voice that is behind the winds that you begin to realize that it's not business as usual. Because you almost hear the call to change, the call to shift, the call to go back to nature, to go back to working the land. You know, I think I've heard that call. So I am heeding to those voices. And here I am talking about my farming adventures. So if you are new to the channel, my name is Magmac. I am just talking about farming, about changing the way we think about farming, you know. So I just want to to give a big shout out to all my viewers, to all the people that have been commenting on my channel, the people that have been asking me questions about my castor bean project. I got another question, you know, following the video I did last week. Last week I talked about what the returns are for farmers who want to go into castor bean farming. I talked about what the returns are per hectare. Then I got a question from another viewer that says, while you are talking about the returns, can you also talk about the expenses, what to expect in terms of expenses? How much do you put in order to get back what you said you can get back as a farmer? To be honest, he's not the only person who's asked me that question. Many people have asked it as well, so I decided to respond again to that question. So the short answer to it is that it all depends on the farmer, really. It depends on the resources of the farmer and how well prepared you are, and what you have. Like, you can make it as expensive as you want to be. Like, some people wait until they've got the tractor. They wait until they've got all the irrigation equipment that they need. They wait until they get the manpower that they need. Or you can start with as little as you have, as little as you can afford. You know, so I think the main expense is the cost of the seed. For me, I'll talk about what I did on my farm. So I think the farmland, the hectare that we used for my castor bean project, it's not my own land. I'm renting that land. So the rental cost for that dollars per hectare per year. So I have put that $100 down. The cost of buying the seeds for me were $500. You know, I'm going to just cross over that bridge. Interesting. Really interesting. It's like walking into a tunnel. It's going to be dark. So yeah, the cost of buying the seed for me was $500. So if I add it to the rental cost, that is $600. I'm just passing through a very dark place. I don't know whether to go back or not because I get phobia. Let me go back. I'm going back. I chickened out. Anyway, where was I? Right, and then we had to prepare the land. You know, we could have planned well in advance, and we could have used the pull power and the power of the cows, the cattle, to plow the land. You know, but we decided to use a tractor. So there's 2 stages to the tractor, because that morning the tractor will plow the land, and then you need to harrow the land. You need to disc harrow the land. So for the tractor, for 1 hectare, it was, I think, if I remember well, I think it was $100 per hectare to plow. And then they also needed diesel, because when you hire a tractor, it doesn't come with the fuel. You have to supply the fuel. So it was $100 to plow, and another $75 to harrow. We did just 1 harrow. It was all right, but the recommended is you have to do 2 harrows or 3 harrows with a tractor. But each harrow you do, it costs money. So we just did 1 harrow, and we managed, and 1 harrow was $75. So the cost of the tractor alone was I would say $200. And then we hired $50 a day for them. So for labor costs, it was $50. That was to start the farm. So in total, I can say we used less than $1,000, or just about $1,000 for everything. That was to put our seeds in the ground. Then we also ventured into very simple, and I mean simple, irrigation. We didn't have to buy a water pump because we already had a water pump, but we bought some pipes. That was about $120 that we spent in buying pipes for irrigation. There was already water on the farm, so we didn't have to incur that cost as well. So that is what I mean. It just depends on what resources you already have and what you are willing to spend. But I would just encourage anybody really that cost should not deter you. you should not be deterred, because of course you can start with as little as you have. The beauty about nature, the beauty about seeds is that you just have to put them in the ground. They will germinate. Our job is just to put the seeds in the ground. The other thing I just need to discuss is also that you don't need to plow your land. There's no need. As long as the area you are going to plant is not too bushy and there's not too many weeds, you can just dig holes and plant. And then you have to manage the weeds. You have to manage the weeds to control the diseases. The other thing about castor beans is also what the purpose you are producing them for. If you're producing them for industrial uses, did you know that all these glues that we use, things like glue, things like foam rubber, all these mattresses that we sleep on, anything that is made of foam rubber is made from castor oil? I didn't know that. So there is industrial uses of castor oil, and then there is health uses of castor oil. So depending on the purpose of which you are growing the, I think I'll stand here. There's in some places where I'm walking, there's too much sun. Depending on the purpose for which you are growing your castor beans, you can use herbicides, just to kill the grass. So you can use herbicides before you plant to control. But once your plants have germinated, the use of herbicides is a no-no, because the herbicides will treat your castor bean plants as if they were weeds as well. But before you go into your farm, you can use herbicides, kill the grass. That stops you from using the tractor if it's tillable land, if the land is easy to just plant. But if you're using your castor beans for the end product, if the end product of your castor beans is health products, then you have to make sure that it's all organic. There is no use of artificial fertilizers. There is no use of herbicides, because those things will reflect in the end product. So yeah, that is my answer to that question. So to summarize, judging from what I did, I used $500. That was the biggest cost to buy the seeds. Then $200 to prepare the land. So that was the tractor and preparing the land. Then $120 I used for simple irrigation system. Please, everybody's way of doing things is different. Don't take mine to be the standard. No. Then we used about $50 for labor. And from the time I planted the seeds in March to now, I think I have spent an additional $100. So by the time I go to harvest in July, like towards the end of July, mid-July to end of July, so we're going to harvest very soon. By the time we go to harvest, I would have spent maybe $1,000. So I don't know if that answers the question. I don't know whether that encourages somebody. I hope it does. But then again, there is many other things to venture into. This was just to answer about my castor bean plants. I hope you have a good day. It's a nice day here today, actually. It's quite nice. So have a good day, family. Let's keep talking. Let's keep commenting, keep asking me questions. It encourages me also to think about what I'm doing. So keep asking me questions. Let's keep talking. If you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear the next questions so I can answer the questions. And the series on the benefits of castor oil will continue. I haven't forgotten about that one. It will continue. So thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.